Welcome back to CoinTalk Podcast, everybody. Today we're diving deep into a story that really shook the crypto world.
Yeah, this one's got it all.
Yeah, it's got all the ingredients of a financial thriller. We're talking luxury cars, accusations of market manipulation,
All the good stuff.
and a whopping $200 million allegedly siphoned away from unsuspecting investors.
It's crazy.
So,
What's particularly interesting about this case is that it involves SAFEMOON,
oh yeah, SAFEMOON.
a project that was once touted as the next big thing in crypto.
Absolutely.
It had a massive following,
Huge.
celebrity endorsements, and promises of astronomical returns.
Oh yeah, for a while there, it seems like everyone was talking about SAFEMOON.
For sure.
And this deep dive was actually sparked by a recent article from trcrypto.news,
Okay.
published just yesterday, February 21st, 2025.
Fresh news.
It details some explosive new developments in the legal battle against SAFEMOON's executives.
So this is really going to highlight how quickly things can unravel in the world of crypto.
Right.
And the importance of looking beyond the hype
Absolutely.
and promises.
Yeah,
If you're enjoying this kind of breakdown,
please.
make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on our CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future deep dives.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Let's do it.
The bombshell news is that SAFEMOON's CTO, Thomas Smith, just entered a guilty plea.
Oh.
Not for one,
Oh.
but for two major charges.
Okay.
Securities fraud conspiracy, A&D wire fraud conspiracy.
This is a significant turn of events.
Big time.
He initially pleaded not guilty,
Right.
but something clearly shifted his stance in that Brooklyn federal court.
Now, for those of you who might not be familiar with legalese, let's break down what these charges actually mean.
Okay.
Essentially, Smith is admitting that he was part of a deliberate scheme to deceive investors and illegally take their money.
And these kinds of charges carry serious weight.
Right.
We're not talking about a slap on the wrist here.
No.
Smith could potentially be facing up to 25 years behind bars.
It's a long time.
That's a long time to reflect on the consequences of financial wrongdoing.
Absolutely.
If you find this case as captivating as we do, let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yes, please.
We always appreciate hearing from our CoinTalk podcast community.
Now, it's important to remember that Smith isn't the only one caught in this legal web.
Right.
The accusations extend to other key players in the SAFEMOON saga.
Okay.
We're talking about CEO Braden John Crony and the project's creator Kyle Nagy.
Got it.
Both the SEC and the Department of Justice are pursuing charges against them.
And the allegations are pretty damning.
Yeah.
They paint a picture of a calculated scheme to defraud investors on a massive scale.
Absolutely.
One of the central accusations revolves around SAFEMOON's liquidity pool.
Okay, so for our viewers who might be new to this, a liquidity pool is essentially a reserve of cryptocurrency that's locked up
Yeah,
to facilitate trading and stabilize the price of a token.
exactly.
Right.
And SAFEMOON's executives allegedly told investors that their liquidity pool was securely locked, implying that their investments were safe.
Safe and protected.
And protected.
Yeah.
However, prosecutors claimed that they were secretly diverting funds from this pool for their personal use.
Talk about a breach of trust.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not talking about small sums here.
Right.
Remember those luxury cars and fancy real estate I mentioned earlier?
Of course.
Investigators allege that these lavish purchases were funded directly by money that was supposed to be safeguarding investors' holdings.
It really underscores the need for due diligence.
Absolutely.
Especially in an industry as fast-paced as crypto.
Yeah,
If something sounds too good to be true,
it probably is.
it probably is.
Yeah.
And always remember, you can find more in-depth explanations of key crypto concepts on our CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel.
Please do.
Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends so they can stay informed too.
And if that wasn't bad enough, the authorities also accuse SAFEMOON's leadership of engaging in a shady tactic known as wash trading to manipulate the market.
Now, wash trading is a really sneaky form of market manipulation.
So sneaky.
Let's break it down for our CoinTalk podcast viewers.
Yeah.
Imagine you're looking at a particular cryptocurrency on an exchange,
Okay.
and you notice that the price is surging
Yeah.
with a huge volume of trading activity.
Yeah, you think, oh, something's happening here.
It creates this illusion of excitement and demand,
I gotta get in on this.
making you think, hey, I need to jump on this before I miss out.
Right, FOMO.
But here's the catch.
Yeah.
What you might not realize is that a lot of that trading activity is completely artificial. It could be insiders
Okay.
or even automated bots
Definitely.
buying and selling the same tokens back and forth.
So it looks like there's all this activity, but it's all just one person
Exactly.
or a small group of people.
And By creating this fake buzz,
Yeah,
they artificially inflate the price.
right.
Then when the price is high enough, they dump their holdings on unsuspecting investors who are drawn in by the hype,
Classic pump and dump.
causing the price to crash and leaving those who bought at the inflated price holding the bag.
Oof.
It's like setting up a rigged casino game.
Yeah.
And sadly, many people in the crypto space have fallen victim to these schemes.
It's a classic pump and dump tactic that preys on people's fear of missing out.
Exactly.
And the authorities allege that SafeMoon's executives were using this wash trading tactic to lure in new investors
Right.
and create a facade of success while they were lining their own pockets.
This case is a powerful reminder that the crypto market, while full of potential, is still susceptible to manipulation.
Absolutely.
So it's crucial for our CoinTalk podcast community to arm themselves with knowledge and be able to spot these red flags.
Yeah, education is key.
For sure.
So where do things stand right now with this whole SafeMoon saga?
Okay.
Well, as we mentioned, Thomas Smith, the CTO, has entered a guilty plea and is currently awaiting sentencing.
Okay.
We'll have to see if he chooses to cooperate with investigators, which could potentially lead to a lighter sentence.
Right.
Braden John Caroni's SafeMoon CEO is taking a different approach.
Interesting.
He's maintaining his innocence and is gearing up to fight the charges in court.
Oh, wow.
His trial is set to begin soon, so we'll be keeping a close eye on how that unfolds.
Definitely.
And then there's Kyle Nagy, the creator of SafeMoon.
Oh, yeah. What happened to him?
He's managed to stay one step ahead of the law and is currently still at large.
Oh, wow.
Basically a crypto fugitive.
He's on the run?
The authorities are still trying to track him down, but he's proven elusive so far.
Wow. It's like something out of a movie.
It really is.
The SafeMoon case is a perfect example of why it's so important to be cautious and informed when navigating the crypto world.
I think that's a good takeaway for everybody watching.
Yeah,
Don't let flashy marketing and big promises blind you to potential risks.
for sure.
Always do your own research before investing in any cryptocurrency project.
Couldn't agree more.
And for those of you who are already seasoned crypto investors, this case serves as a stark reminder that even projects that appear promising on the surface can harbor dark secrets.
Absolutely.
So stay vigilant out there, folks,
Stay informed.
and keep learning, because the crypto world is constantly evolving.
It's true.
We'll be right back after a quick break with more on the SafeMoon saga and what this all means for the future of the crypto industry.
Looking forward to it. It's fascinating, how certain projects manage to exploit those very human desires for quick wealth and financial freedom.
Oh, yeah.
They tap into that hope and promise the moon, literally, in SafeMoon's case.
Right, and the psychology behind these pump and dump schemes is fascinating too.
It is.
You got this mix of greed, FOMO, that fear of missing out,
Yeah.
and often a lack of understanding of the underlying technology and market dynamics.
And in the world of crypto, where things can move at lightning speed,
Oh yeah, super fast.
and fortunes can seemingly be made overnight,
Right.
those psychological vulnerabilities can be amplified, especially for those new to this space.
Absolutely.
It's a breeding ground for both innovation and, unfortunately, exploitation.
It's true, and I think it's important for our viewers on CoinTalk Podcast to understand these tactics so they can protect themselves. We often discuss the technology and the market trends,
For sure.
but the human element is equally important.
Absolutely. So let's unpack this idea of wash trading a bit further.
Okay.
You mentioned that it creates this illusion of high demand,
Right.
but how does that actually translate into real profits for those orchestrating the scheme?
Well, imagine this. The perpetrators of the wash trading scheme start by buying and selling SafeMoon tokens among themselves,
Okay.
slowly driving up the price and creating a buzz around the token.
Got it.
As the price climbs, it attracts attention, especially from those who are less experienced in the crypto market.
Right. They see the price going up and they think, this must be the next big thing. I don't want to miss out.
Yeah, exactly.
And because they're not aware that the trading volume is artificially inflated,
Right.
they jump in further, driving up the price.
Exactly. And then when the price reaches a peak, the scammers dump their massive holdings of SafeMoon onto the market. And because they've manipulated the price to unsustainable levels,
Yeah.
the sudden influx of sell orders causes the price to plummet.
And all those people
To crash.
who bought in at the peak, driven by the hype and the manipulated trading volume, they are left holding tokens that are now worth a fraction of what they paid. And the scammers walk away with a hefty profit,
Winner.
leaving a trail of financial devastation in their wake.
Wash trading is a particularly insidious form of market manipulation
Yeah.
because it erodes trust in the entire system.
Right.
It makes people hesitant to invest, which ultimately hinders the growth and adoption of legitimate cryptocurrency projects.
And that's why this case is particularly troubling.
Yeah.
SAFEMOON at its peak had a massive community of dedicated investors.
Huge.
Many of whom believed in the project's potential.
Right.
The fact that the leadership allegedly engaged in such deceptive practices is a betrayal of that trust.
This case raises some really important questions about the future of the crypto industry.
It does.
We've seen this narrative play out time and time again.
Yeah.
A promising project emerges, attracts a loyal following, and then it's revealed that there was something shady going on behind the scenes.
It happens way too often.
And it makes people question the legitimacy of the entire space.
Yeah.
It reinforces the stereotype of crypto as a wild west, full of scammers and get-rich-quick schemes.
Right.
It's a setback for the entire industry, even for those projects that are operating with transparency and integrity.
Absolutely. And as we've seen with other financial markets,
Yeah.
this kind of scandal often leads to calls for increased regulation.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Do you think the SAFEMOON case could be a catalyst for stricter oversight in the crypto space?
It's certainly possible this case has garnered a lot of attention, not just within the crypto community, but also from mainstream media and regulatory bodies.
Right. It's all over the news.
We've already seen the SEC crack down on certain crypto projects that they deem to be operating as unregistered securities.
Yeah.
And you have to wonder if this SAFEMOON case, with its alleged wash trading and misappropriation of funds, will push regulators to take an even closer look at the inner workings of these projects.
I think we'll definitely see an increase in scrutiny.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
While excessive regulation could stifle innovation, a certain degree of oversight is probably necessary to protect investors and ensure the long-term stability of the market.
It's a delicate balance, for sure.
It is.
On the one hand, you want to foster innovation and allow the crypto market to flourish.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you need to safeguard against fraud and manipulation.
Right.
It's a challenge that regulators around the world are grappling with right now.
Exactly. And the outcome of the SAFEMOON case could have a ripple effect,
Oh, for sure.
influencing how regulators approach crypto in the years to come.
Now, for those of you who are following this case closely or just interested in learning more about the legal and regulatory landscape of crypto,
Yeah.
we've got a ton of great resources and deep dives on our CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel.
Check it out.
Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out.
So getting back to the SAFEMOON case itself, where do we go from here?
Yeah. Where do we go?
We've got Thomas Smith awaiting sentencing,
Right.
Braden John Caroni preparing for his trial,
Yeah.
and Kyle Nagy still on the run.
Still out there.
What are some of the key things you'll be watching for as this case unfolds?
Well, one of the biggest questions is whether Thomas Smith will cooperate with the authorities.
Ooh, good question.
If he chooses to provide information about the inner workings of the alleged SAFEMOON scheme,
Yeah,
it could potentially lead to a lighter sentence for himself,
right.
but it could also implicate others involved.
It could be a game changer for the prosecution's case against Caroni. And it might even shed light on Nagy's whereabouts.
Possibly.
It'll be interesting to see if Smith chooses to cut a deal or remain loyal to his former colleagues.
And of course, we'll be closely following Caroni's trial.
Of course.
Will he be able to convince a jury of his innocence?
Good question.
Will new evidence emerge that sheds light on what really happened at SAFEMOON?
It's shaping up to be a high-stakes legal battle.
It really is.
And the outcome could have major implications, not just for the individuals involved,
Right.
but for the broader crypto industry as well.
And speaking of the broader crypto industry, this case has undoubtedly shaken investor confidence.
Oh, yeah.
It's a reminder that even projects that appear to be successful can be harboring dark secrets.
It's a tough lesson to learn, but a necessary one.
Yeah,
It underscores the importance of approaching crypto investments with a healthy dose of skepticism.
absolutely.
Don't let emotions, hype, or FOMO dictate your decisions.
And remember, you don't have to navigate this complex world alone. Our team here at CoinTalk Podcast is dedicated to providing you with the knowledge, insights, and resources you need to make informed decisions and thrive in the exciting world of crypto.
So stay tuned to our channel for more deep dives, analyses, and discussions on all things crypto.
Now, while the SAFEMOON case highlights some of the darker aspects of the crypto world, it's important to remember that this is just one story, and it doesn't represent the entire industry.
Right.
There are countless legitimate projects out there with dedicated teams working to build innovative solutions and create real value.
And while scandals like this can be discouraging, they can also serve as opportunities for learning and growth.
Yeah.
The crypto community has a chance to come together, demand more transparency and accountability from projects, and work towards creating a more ethical and sustainable ecosystem.
So before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the victims of this alleged scheme.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the legal drama and the intricacies of the case. But we can't forget that there are real people who have been financially and emotionally impacted by this.
Absolutely. Thousands of people, some of whom may have invested their life savings.
Yeah.
Put their trust in SAFEMOON, believing in the promises of huge returns.
To have that trust shattered, to see their investments vanish, can be devastating.
It's a stark reminder that every investment carries risk, and that in the crypto world, due diligence is paramount. And sometimes, even when you do your research, there are risks you just can't foresee.
That's why it's so important to have open and honest conversations about these issues, to learn from past mistakes, and to work together to create a safer and more transparent crypto ecosystem for everyone.
Absolutely. And that brings us to an important question, one that's been on the minds of many investors in the wake of this SAFEMOON scandal. What will it take for investors to truly feel safe in the world of crypto?
It's a question that goes beyond any single case or project. It's about building a foundation of trust and accountability for the entire industry. Where do we even begin to address that?
Well, I think one crucial step is to increase transparency across the board. Crypto projects need to be more open about their operations, their team members, their financials, their code, everything.
No more hiding behind anonymity or vague promises. Investors deserve to know exactly who they're dealing with and what they're investing in.
Exactly. And it can't just be information that's buried in a white paper somewhere. It needs to be readily accessible, presented in a clear and understandable way, and verified by independent sources.
Right. It's about building a culture of accountability where projects are proactive in providing information and where they're held responsible for their actions. If something goes wrong, there needs to be a clear process for addressing it, for making things right.
And that's where regulation comes into play now. I know some people in the crypto space are wary of regulation. They fear it will stifle innovation and slow down the growth of the industry.
That's a valid concern, but I think we need to strike a balance. We need regulations that protect investors and prevent fraud without stifling the creative spirit and entrepreneurial energy that has made crypto so exciting.
I agree. It's not about overreaching control. It's about establishing a level playing field, creating clear rules of the game, and ensuring that everyone is operating ethically and responsibly. It's about protecting both investors and the reputation of the industry as a whole.
And I think those within the crypto industry have a role to play as well. It's about self-regulation, about setting high standards for ethical conduct, and about calling out bad actors when they see them.
Absolutely. It's about creating a culture where scams and manipulation are not tolerated.
And let's be honest, sometimes investors need to take a step back and look in the mirror too. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, to chase quick profits, to let FOMO cloud your judgment.
Yes, and that's where education comes in. Investors need to do their own research to understand the risks involved and to make informed decisions.
Don't just jump on the bandwagon because a celebrity endorsed a project or because the price is going up. Look beyond the hype. Understand the underlying technology and ask critical questions.
And if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Remember, there's no such thing as a risk-free investment, especially in the crypto world.
This whole SAFEMOON saga has been a wild ride, hasn't it? From the meteoric rise to the shocking accusations to the ongoing legal battles, it's been a whirlwind of events.
It certainly has, and while it's tempting to focus solely on the drama and the negative aspects, I think there are some valuable lessons we can take away from this experience.
Absolutely. For me, it's a stark reminder that the crypto world, while full of promise and potential, is still in its early stages of development. We're all figuring this out as we go along.
And as with any emerging technology or market, there will be bumps along the way, there will be bad actors, there will be scams.
But I'm still optimistic about the future of crypto. I believe that in the long run, this technology has the power to revolutionize finance, to empower individuals, and to create a more equitable and transparent world.
And I think cases like SAFEMOON, while painful, can ultimately serve as catalysts for positive change. They can force us to confront uncomfortable truths, to address vulnerabilities, and to build a stronger, more resilient ecosystem.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the SAFEMOON saga, we want to leave you with a few key takeaways.
First and foremost, do your research. Don't invest in any project that you don't fully understand.
Second, be wary of hype and promises that sound too good to be true. If it sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme, it probably is.
Third, remember that there is risk involved in any investment, especially in crypto. Only invest what you can afford to lose.
And finally, don't be afraid to ask questions, to challenge assumptions, and to demand transparency from the projects you support.
We here at CoinTalk Podcast are committed to providing you with the information and resources you need to navigate the complex world of crypto. We believe that knowledge is power, and we want to empower our viewers to make informed decisions.
So be sure to subscribe to our CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, and check out our other videos and deep dives. We've got a ton of great content on everything from the basics of blockchain technology to the latest trends in DeFi and NFTs.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who might be interested in learning more about the SAFEMOON case and the broader crypto landscape.
We love hearing from you, so leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts on the SAFEMOON case, the future of crypto regulation, or anything else that's on your mind.
Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and keep exploring the fascinating world of crypto.